Have you ever wanted to see the inside of a real marketing campaign run and created by a real business? Well, today we're going to be looking at two different ad campaigns that are actually out on the web today to get customers. We're going to look at them. We're going to make them better. We're going to see what's good about them, and you are going to learn a ton. Don't go anywhere. It's the very last episode of the year. Owen Video Live, baby doll.
You're listening to the Business of Video podcast, where the world's top YouTubers and marketers talk about what's working with online video. This podcast is recorded live on Facebook every week, and you can join us when you visit businessofvideopodcast.com. And now your hosts, Owen Video and Nick Newman.
So since we can't hear Owen right now, I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. So let us know in the comments if you can or you cannot hear.
Am I back on?
Either one of us. There we go. Right now we got it.
Hey, I want to just give a round of applause to our fantastic producer, Melissa Media, today, who overcame a lot of challenges to get this dang show on the air today. And then on top of it all, it's like I'm saying the wrong show name. I hope you guys enjoy that part of the creation process, because it certainly is a reality. I'm stoked to be here with you today. I'm Owen Video. This is my good friend and colleague, Nick Nimitz. It's the Business of Video podcast. We're stoked you're here today. We're going to go behind the scenes of two marketing campaigns today. One is a marketing SEO, local business marketing company. Her company's called Superior Reach, and she reaches out to local businesses and helps them with their marketing. The other business we're going to look at today is more of a personal brand. He's an entrepreneurial dad, and he has created a product from scratch of his own mind, and his goal is to sell that through internet marketing and content development. So we're going to be looking today at their landing pages, and we're going to be looking at their videos and sort of, judging them on sort of this like 5-10 step process of the things that you should be looking for. Now, because we may have to skip through it and keep things moving, I want to give you guys the parameters that we're judging by today so that you can write them down and sort of like keep them in your own memory book of when you're writing a video, here's the things that you should be trying to get across. And when you're creating a landing page, here are some of the things that you should be looking for. Is that okay, Nick, if I break that down early?
Man, that is fantastic if you break that down just for the sake of, insight and all of that good stuff. Absolutely. I also want to say that I am fired up for the holidays. I'm fired up that you are also ready for the holidays, rocking the jacket. If you're listening to this on the podcast version, Owen right now is wearing just a awesome suit style jacket with like Santa Claus and candy canes and gingerbread cookies and all of the Christmas colors. It is absolutely amazing. I just want to go ahead and put that out there.
I'm so glad.
Let you know you're missing it, so make sure that you catch us live.
Woo. I'm so glad you said that, Nick, because let me tell you guys, behind the scenes, getting ready for the show, we had some tech issues, right? That's why we're 10 minutes late today and whatnot. And as I start the show, it's like I'm so concerned about let's get back on track. And Nick, I love that you're just like, hey, can we just put a fork in it for a second and recognize that we love what we're doing? You know what I'm doing. Right. Big air five to you, Nick, and I love it. I love it. You are like the cream to my coffee. You know what I mean? You are
Owen, you are the peanut butter to my jelly, my friend.
I love this guy, folks. You have no idea. How much I love this guy. All right. Okay. So you need to know these things. If you're a marketer, a business owner, a creator, you need to know these things, because a video is only as good as the landing page that it links to, right? Right? I mean, at the end of the day, your video on YouTube is only as good as the next video that it links to, right? What comes next, right? Would you agree?
Yes. Absolutely, I would agree. Because if your ad is the best ad on planet Earth, once they get to your page, if your page isn't converting, then it's not going to do you any good. Like, you can have the best product, you can have the best ad, but if your landing page doesn't clearly convey that information, then you're going to lose.
100% correct, and that's why we want to give you guys this checklist here. So I'm going over to YouTube. Want to say hi to our friends. We've got Kathy Fit Lily Tree watching us Great to have you guys out there. Don't forget to tag your friends. Let them know that we're live and we're discussing things you need to know to survive in 2019. Okay, so when it comes to a landing page, here are the big things you want to look for. Number one, it's the 3-second test, right? In 3 seconds, do you love or hate it? Do you know what it's about? Right? You want to look at the headline, right? Clarity. And it's got to be instant because people won't know why they'll click off. They'll just click off. Right?
You know, Brian G. Johnson has a good way to kind of frame this. One of the things that he mentioned, and this was in reference to YouTube, but the same exact thing applies in this situation, is you're not necessarily looking for people to be able to read everything right away. You're looking for people to be able to comprehend what is actually happening on the page, what exactly is going on the page. It's about comprehension more than them actually reading word for word everything that's on that initial page.
It's so massive, right? Yeah, good. Melissa, you're crushing it with sound effects today. Real Estate Whisperer, great to see you. Glad you're here. Magic with Thaman is here. Jay Houselander, Jenkins Enterprises, Air 5 guys, glad you're here. In 3 seconds, yeah, they have to know if they're even going to digest it, right? Like if they can even consume it. So I love that definition, Nick. Let's make sure we get that in the replay. The headline and the subheadline, right? You've got when they decide, okay, I'm going to stay on this page longer than 3 seconds. What is this page all about, right? And you're looking at that. Then we're looking at your call to action on the landing page. And we're looking at what's happening above the fold. But we also want to look what's happening to support the page because most of your clicks and links will come from that top of the fold, what immediately appears on the web browser.
Now, let's back that up really quick.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, Owen, let's back that up really fast. And just for anybody that might not know exactly what above the fold means, basically that means on page load, like what you see before you actually start scrolling down the page. So above the fold, just for reference, is what you see on initial page load before you take any other action.
Good. And above the fold on desktop is going to be different than above the fold on mobile. And those are two different things. That you need to be aware of. So we're talking about that. Now, when it comes to the video, okay, we want to be looking at your hook. It's actually very similar to landing page, right? We want to be looking at your hook. We want to be looking at your value proposition. Do we know what solution you're providing to the video, what you're trying to solve, or is it muddled, right? Is it foggy? Who are you talking to? And is your call to action strong? Those are going to be the big things that we're looking at in terms of the watchability. Is your video great? Right? We're going to talk about those things there. What is that good? Did I miss anything, Nick? What do you think?
I think you're good. I think that's I think that kind of wraps it up nicely in a little bow since we're going, a little bit holiday themed here. I think you put it into a nice little box, put paper around it, put a little bow on top, and bam, I think we're good.
Nick, your presence is a great gift.
Oh, double.
Did I get? Wow. Yeah, it was. It was double time. Later. I'm done. Yeah. I get no sound effects. I get zero love. On the sound effects on my own show. It must be the holiday season. Nobody feels like they can get fired in Christmas time. Here she goes. Melissa and we had a meeting last week, and we decided she can talk back to me on the air. I was like, yes, please talk back to me on the air. Like, it's funny. It's funny to do that. Evan Carmichael logging in. He says, Owen goes live, and I click. I love to hear that, my friend Evan Carmichael. We're glad that you're here. And, hey, let's get started. You know who's here today? Kerry Petersen is here. Kerry Petersen is one of my actual clients. She is a client. She is a marketing company. She serves local businesses. Her company is called Superior Reach, and she's actually working with me in my beta course right now, where our primary focus is to help companies like hers generate leads and generate sales with video in just a few days. Kerry, great to have you on the show. Finally, you deserve to be here. Great to have you on the show.
It is so great to be here, Owen. Thank you for having me.
Well, we've known each other for a long time. We met in an SEO group. I was a group teacher there. I was like a guest teacher there. You were taking that course, and we did some work together. You started one of my courses, and we've been in touch. And you started this new course. What would you say, Kerry Petersen, is like the big summary of what this course is and what you're learning from it?
The course actually is enabling me to refine my business because I think the value of media and of video is underutilized by companies. So when I work alongside companies and their marketing, I find that a lot of times they're either intimidated by video or they just simply don't know what to do. So when I go in and I look at their marketing plan, video has to be a huge part of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, what you're helping me to do is to refine not only what I'm doing for our agency, but also what I'm doing for our clients.
Yeah, fantastic. And we talked about that. We talked about that a little bit. Carrie, if you could see yourself, if you could kind of move a little bit. There you go. Keep that so you're right in the center. That way we're not seeing half your face. It feels like a Harvey Two-Face thing, and you're like, I love this show. I hate this show. You know what I mean? And it's like this. Yeah, exactly. It's a stooge move. Okay, so UK to Asia says, thanks, guys. Interesting conversation. Simply Beth says, smash the like button. I totally agree. Great to see you guys out there. And hey, if you get the chance, share this on Twitter. We aren't living on Facebook right now. We weren't able to get this show live on Facebook. So we would love for you to invite your friends. Okay, so let's take a look. We've got an interesting case with Kerry. We've got a before and we've got an after. So let's show Kerry's landing page before we coached her on the details of the landing page. Okay, so boom. Okay, this is what would happen. Free call, no cost, only for the first 10 people. This is what we first see. You land on the page. Nick, what's your overall perspective?
Yeah, when I see this, I don't know where to look. There's just so much going on that I don't really know what to focus on.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like there's a lot of words here.
Yeah, it's just like everything's being thrown at me, and I just can't. I'm pulled to the red up at the top, and then I'm also pulled to the year in review and all that stuff. I'm pulled down to her face and the imagery there of her. So it's just kind of overwhelmed, really.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I think your spacing is really good. I love some of the margins, but they are a little off. There's not this even feel to it, and there's not enough white space, I would think. So this is the before. So what happened is, Kerry, you showed this page to me, and then I gave you some feedback. And did we change it to the after page? Oh, got it. So this is the before page that we're looking at right now. Okay, so then that's the other thing is that in that 3-second view, the sign up now button wasn't what you couldn't really see it. So in that 3-second test, I think immediately it's an overwhelm situation. So we want to find out what's essential. And remember, your client is logging in. This is true for all of you. Your client is thinking about the laundry. They're thinking about their kid who forgot his shoes today again, and the school's going to call. You forgot about your daughter who's at home. You're thinking about your sniffly kid at home. So it's they need this. You know they need this, but you have to make it easy. You have to spoon feed it into them, all right, by making it very clear with a headline, subheadline, and an image what it is that you're offering here. So that's the big stuff. Now, do we have...
And I want to back that up really quick also, and I just want to mention that and correct me if I'm wrong, Owen, but when he's saying spoon feed it to him, he doesn't necessarily mean that the people that you're trying to reach are stupid.
Right.
What he means is that it just needs to be crystal clear, and it needs to be obvious exactly what you want them to know and exactly what it is that you want them to do, because people are busy.
Yeah, people are busy. And here's you guys want to go super in depth with this. It goes back to what they call the reptilian brain, right? Or it's primal survival brain. If I have to burn calories thinking about this, the brain automatically weighs. Does this thing waste calories, waste survival time, or do I need to go on the path of least resistance? This is basic in a that's why we call it the 3-second test. So you've got to show them very easily with familiar terms. So that's just some weird science stuff that you guys can think about. Look at the reptilian brain. There's these books written on these topics. Primal Branding, a great book that goes into this. Now, do we have an after page? Let's take a look at the after page. So this is the page that Kerry built after I gave her some coaching advice. And you're seeing the whole page here, folks. So that's the background, the skylights. Kerry, tell us a little bit about what you did here.
So I basically simplified based on when you were saying to have, the title at the top. So First of all, it's completely different than a website. What I'm learning is a landing page is very quick. It's not a brochure type of thing, which is typically what a website is similar to. Mm-hmm. It's more it needs to be mobile friendly. It needs to be, like you said, 3 seconds, just to simplify so I can get my point across very quickly. And the goal is to have them, click and sign up as quickly as possible. So I just simplified, basically.
Yeah, I really like it. Nick, what are your thoughts? What are your 3-second thoughts on this after pick? Let's show that again.
I agree. Much easier to consume. And that red sign up button, like that grabs my attention right away. And I'm actually pulled down there. So my eyes, in terms of like the design of this, the flow is I go to the very top and then I funnel it down into the end of year review. And then I go over to the, right over to the sign up button over on the right hand side.
Yeah, I think just really a home run. And even this after page, I think, can be dialed in. But simplicity always wins. I love how you switch the image from the left-hand side to the right-hand side for mobile optimization. Was that the motivating force behind moving that image?
Yeah, mobile and just even distribution. Obviously, I'm right-handed, so I think I would tend to go to the right. I think most people are. And just through your coaching, just learning the difference of spacing things out, the layout is so very important.
Yeah.
So.
Now, when this is viewed on a mobile device, folks, it's all going to shift to the left, which means you'll see her headline, her image, and then the button, and then the supporting text. And that's exactly what you want to see on a mobile device. So you really got to think about, what does that look like on a mobile device? The yes sign up button, I don't know that it needs 2 icons in there. I would go even simple. You know what I mean? There's a quote that's like, always, always, always be concise. And then the joke on that is, why did you say always 3 times?
Always.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like, I don't think you need all the 2 of them, but other than that, really good. And I love how you put the supporting text underneath the call to action as a disclaimer. You might even want to think about making that text just a tad bit smaller to de-emphasize it. And here's what that does, guys. When you have the details slightly de-emphasized at like a size 12 or a size 14, it appears as the legal parameters. And look, in a lot of cases, like with her client, you want those people to sign up without reading it. You want that. Those are your jumpers. Those are your people that are going to go feet first. Yes, I like it. I'll figure out the details later. However, for those that will read it, they'll gain from it, right? So you don't want to have nonsense down there, but you do de-emphasize it a little bit to test your people. The people that are going to sign up right away, those are the people you want to be sort of fishing for. So great job on this landing page, Kerry. I think you're going to have a lot of success with it. Now, you made a video, correct, to advertise to this landing page. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I wanted to have that video. Sorry, I wanted to have the video like 2 to 3 minutes tops. And for me, I can tend to get long-winded. So it was, when you have your bullet points you're trying to cover, I tried to summarize very quickly why they needed this year-end review, and rolling into 2019, why do they need to have a strategy?
Right.
And so that was my goal with the video. So
that was great. All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at this video. Can we play that, Melissa?
Is your business going to die in 2019 because you seem to have the inability to get leads online? Businesses are struggling with this everywhere online. And the reason why is because getting leads online is completely different than running a company. Are you going to have to say to your husband and wife, because I can't seem to get leads online, I'm going to have to go get a job now? No, of course not. That's not what anybody wants. I'm Kerry Petersen, and I am somebody that you've been waiting for your whole life. Business owners across the nation and across the world are struggling with things like getting leads online. This is what they need for their business to thrive and flourish and raise their revenue, and I am here to help you. I don't want your business to fail in 2019. I want it to not only survive, but to thrive. This is a chance to have a professional marketer come alongside you and look at what you're currently doing and what you need to do to flourish in 2019. Have you ever wanted someone to just come with no obligation, take a look at what you're currently doing, and come up with a marketing plan moving forward? Well, now is your time, because normally this is $495. But for a year-end special, for the next 10 people that book a time with me, I'm going to do it for free. No hooks, no obligations, no contracts. It's not going to cost you anything. It's going to be free for the next 10 people. So let's work together. Let's look at what you're currently doing and what you need to do moving forward to give you the best strategy, a custom marketing strategy. So go ahead, click the link below, book a time with me. We've only got 15 days until Christmas. It's almost the end of the year. Let's go ahead and get it booked. I look forward to seeing you on the call.
Okay. Wow. I wish we would have shown the before video. In fact, Kerry, we need to do a case study on the before video to the after video because the after video was so much better. Oh, great job. Okay, so Kerry, that was your marketing video. Nick, your overall perspective, overall thoughts on the video.
I thought it was good. I thought her energy was fantastic. The only thing that I would change in that video, there were a couple times where she glanced down at her script.
Yeah.
I think that kind of breaks that connection with the with the person that's watching video. Me personally, I would do that again to where you're looking at it. And if you have to, instead of continuing to talk and looking down at your script, pause and then say the next thing that you're going to say. After you look at your script, basically look at it and then look at the camera, say it again, and then just put that into some type of video editor and cut those together. Just do like a little push zoom in on it, so that you can kind of hide that you stopped and looked at a script and then came back to it.
That's cool. I think that's definitely going to improve the production value of the video.
Yeah.
I really
but I think
liked.
Energy-wise, I think information,
yeah,
like how it was all structured and how she like walked them through it. I think that part was absolutely fantastic. The only thing that I would mess with would be that actual production side of it.
Yeah, and to take another look on that, I would say for having done the whole thing live, you did a really great job of that process, right? Because that can be a real, I've seen people, as soon as they look at their notes, they're done. It's just like, boom. Andrew Can is making a great point. Teleprompters are becoming very affordable. The little prompter, their parrot prompter is another one. We have had some success with in our client groups as well. So really great video. Let's talk about. Can we? I wonder if we can play the video again. Can we play the hook? Can you play it and pause it? All right, let's do that. Let's play. I want to hear the hook of the video because this is really good. We'll spend just a couple minutes on this. Let's look at the hook. The hook is the very first thing she says.
2019 because you seem to have the inability to get leads online. Businesses are struggling with this everywhere online. And
so stop there. Just pause it there. So that's great, right? So is your business going to die in 2019? Right? Strong. And she immediately identifies who's she talking to, right? So Nick, who is she? When you hear, is your business going to die in 2019? Who's she talking to?
She's talking to me. She's talking to me. She's talking to that. Well, no, I'm just saying like at the camera, but she's talking to me. She's talking to that person that is worried about, man, I hope I can make it in 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, you're talking to the business owner, right? You're talking to the entrepreneur, the person that is selling a product or a service. They're the business. Oh, someone who has a business and is feeling that struggle. I love how you back into the next part. You say companies everywhere are struggling to develop leads online, right? You make it really clear. I think that's the part two is what your problem and your solution is, right? So you're bringing them in with this inflammatory statement. And guys, remember your audience, your customers, your viewers are literally stopped at a stop sign waiting for the light to turn green. Think about what I just said there, right? Your customers are like all over the place. They're not even realize that they're waiting for a light to turn green at a stop sign. It's just like, oh my gosh, I'm at a... You've got to be, is my business going to die? Yeah, I'm stressed out about my business constantly. You have to hit them in the face with a frying pan to get them to stop scrolling on Facebook. There is so much content on Facebook. You've got to appeal to a survival or a thrive need, right? Survival, is this going to help me survive? Is this going to help me thrive? And that's why, make money today and don't lose more money are like two giant motivators in advertising. So something to think about. Kerry, great job on this campaign. I think that boosting that video to the locals in your area with a link to your new landing page is going to result in an immediate leads. Have you started pushing this video out yet?
I have not, simply because I was still refining it, but I'm ready. I guess I got Owen's stamp of approval now, so.
Yeah, live on the air, and it wasn't so embarrassing. Nick, what would you say about waiting and refining?
Go for it. Refine on the fly. Like get it out there, go ahead and get it rolling, because, you can always make things better. But you have to get it out there and get it going so that you can know, hey, is this like working or not? What can I do to make it better? How are people responding to this? And you have that initial test in terms of you have something to gauge it against.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just get it out there and go for it. Yeah.
Exactly. Get started now.
Yeah, start right now. Like if you're waiting, like if you are going to redo that video, like go ahead and publish what you have now on the page and go ahead and start sending traffic to it, and then refine or redo the video, and then swap them out. And here's the thing: when you do that, you might also want to test the two videos against each other, because the one where you're looking at the script, that one might communicate with people because it's so authentic. It's a one take. You know what I mean? And you're just going through it versus the one that's edited. So I would even test those against each other.
Yeah, because you don't want to wait. You don't want to wait. You've got people that are in, and I get this all the time, right? I'm a church goer. We go to church. We're part of our community. And I go to church, and my friends there are like, oh, I saw your videos online. And it's just like, crap, I hope I'm not paying to put it in front of you. Because they're not clients, right? They don't even have businesses. But my point is this, is that the people in your network are going to see this. This is a low-hanging fruit play, right? All these people that know what you do, they've seen you around, they're going to see this, and they're going to go, that's what I want for my business. How did she do that? They're going to call you, and then you'll watch. You'll see it naturally happen. They're going to want to do that same two-step process: video, landing page. So, Kerry, don't wait. Get this video ad out there. Link it back to this page. Continue to make better videos, and we're going to talk about that more on the beta course call today at 3 p.m. So, thanks for coming on, Kerry.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Great to see that type of up-and-coming, talent really just get it up there. And, hey, if you guys want to see more of the behind-the-scenes strategies that we're talking about today, you may want to go to YouTubeToolkit.com. This is my full comprehensive guide on how to make videos that will actually drive traffic back to your landing pages so that you can convert and get into sales, right? We talk about what you should say in your videos, what your background should look like so you won't be distracting people, and so a couple of tips that will help you to get your videos uploaded and onto YouTube faster. So go to YouTube Toolkit, check that out today. Perfect for the business owner, the local business, but also for you creators out there, and you want to turn your creator presence into a business where you're getting sponsors and leads and follow-ups. Lots of great stuff to have. Phenomenal. Okay, so you're watching the Business of Video podcast. Me and Nick, we're live reviewing marketing strategies. Next, we're talking to sort of a solopreneur, entrepreneurial dad. This gentleman is ambitious. This gentleman, let me tell you, he's also a part of my beta course program. He's actually a scholarship recipient. So we had a small sort of contest, and we gave scholarships to 10 people based on need and also based on desire. And after watching this gentleman's application video, we were practically in tears, right? We were like, this is what we want to see from up-and-coming entrepreneurs. Without any further ado, I want to introduce you guys to Klaus van Oster. Klaus, great to have you on the show. How do I do with the last name?
Horrible.
Oh! Say it for us. Say it for us.
It's Klaus van Oster.
Oh, and I did horrible. I thought it was pretty good. A couple vowel-y. I got vowel-y, but
it's all right. I'm teasing you.
Klaus, so great to have you on the show, and I know so much of our audience on YouTube relates to what you do because you are sort of a solopreneur. You are really a content creator building a business. Talk to us about your content and the business you're building around it.
All right. So I started about 6 months ago. I started off with first delivering value with just going live on Facebook, and then and in Zoom, having interviews with entrepreneur dads out there just like you.
Yeah.
I was blessed to have you on my show. I had guys like Antonio Centeno, Aaron Walker, and many more on my show so far. Really blessed with the people that said yes so far, talking about all kinds of topics, and then putting that on YouTube, the complete video, and chopping it into pieces per different subject, just in case if somebody's just interested in one subject, putting that out there as well. And then now I felt comfortable enough to say, hey, it's time to come out with something that I noticed that other entrepreneur dads are really should work on, they need first, which is my morning routine program, especially for entrepreneur dads, which I've been doing for a year now, and it's helped me out tons. That's where the energy comes from now. If we were speaking last year, you wouldn't see an as energetic person as you see now, and I'm even sick today, so that says it all. So yeah, I just felt like that was it, but I got some response so far with the funnel that I built.
Okay, great.
And no tester yet. So
all right, so let's talk about that. I want to ask you guys in the audience watching us live right now, what does Klaus do in 10 words or less? Okay, I want to hear it from you. What does Klaus do in 10 words or less? Nick, you heard what Klaus said. Tell us in as few words as possible what you believe he does.
It sounds to me like he has a YouTube channel, and he's using that YouTube channel to, and it sounds like a Facebook page as well. And he's basically going live on them, and he's using them to funnel people into something that he is either selling or something that he is getting ready to start selling.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's pretty close. And I think that it serves a great point, Klaus. My first tip for you is I really want you to dial in that who you are and what you do statement, right? You know, when someone asks me, Owen, what do you do? Well, we teach small businesses how to generate leads with online video, right? That's the value statement. I'm an entrepreneurial dad, and I teach entrepreneurial dads how to develop a morning routine that will make them more powerful, more alert, and a better father, right? Now, good. I love it, right? You need to really simplify that message so that when an audience hears it, it resonates in their head all day like a hook of a song, you know, like a Sugar Ray song. You know, it's just stuck in that, like the theme song to Golden Girls, right? It's got to stick in that head. So I want you to think about simplifying that message right off the bat. With that training that I just gave you, tell me again, few as words as possible, what you do.
I help entrepreneur dads to become fearless. And the company is called Become a Fearless Father. So
okay,
that's what I do.
Love it. I love it.
That's great.
Yeah, I would even go like, what are the benefits of that? To become become fearless, so that, right? Like fearless, great word. I have a shirt that says fearless on it. But even going farther with the benefit of that, so they can be the dad they were meant to be the entrepreneur they were meant to be. You know, think about expanding on that, but I love how you just gravitated towards that training and immediately came up with something. That was your own. You didn't just copy me. I love that, Klaus, and that's why I think you're going to go far.
Yeah, it's so they can be, oh, sorry, man. Yeah, it's so they can be the superhero their children need in their lives.
Again, yeah, it's your... You know, fantastic. I love it. I love it. All right, so Klaus, show us, tell us what we're gonna see. So the landing page that you've put up is for what?
Well, it's for what you've been teaching us in the course. It's a funnel to get people through and book an appointment with me for 15 minutes. It's something I've never done. It's actually just talking about it and thinking about it makes me nervous. But that's awesome. That's why I'm so enthusiastic about it. And that's why I already got the funnel finished, because that's what Fearless is about, right? So I'm scared of it. So that's even more sign that I must do it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Klaus's.
I think I have a before and after. I'm not sure. I have 2 different ones.
You have 2 different ones? Yeah, maybe we did. Let's go to the before. Let's go to the first one. Is this the before? Is this your current page?
No, that's the one I built with I built yesterday.
Okay.
With the course. Yeah.
All right. So then show us the second page, Melissa. And this is this is your bridge page.
Yeah, exactly. I finished everything.
Oh, guys, phenomenal. Okay, so Melissa, go back to the first page. Guys, this is a special treat. You're actually going to get to see a tripwire or a bridge strategy in action today. So let me show you guys how this works. So Klaus will make advertisements and videos that lead people to this page that say, hey, get my ebook, Entrepreneur Dad Morning Routine. They put in their name and email, yes, send me this free guide. And on the next page, they'll get an alert that says, hey, do you want to speak with a morning routine expert for free? Stop the guesswork and talk with an expert about what would be your next step in your perfect morning routine. Claim your 15-minute call. When you click on that, it'll actually go to your calendar where they can schedule a call with you. So this is actually, look at that. And then you've got your calendar page. So this is the appointment setting page, the appointment setting funnel that we're teaching in the beta course group. And if that's something you guys want to look at and you guys want to be in touch with that, send me an email, send me a private message. We'd be happy to stay in touch with you and tell you when the new course launches. Okay, so let's review the first 2 pages here. Okay, so let's first look at his ebook landing page. Nick, 3-second rule. What's going on this page?
He's giving away, it looks like a ebook of some kind for Entrepreneur Dad.
Now, is there anything, like, do you get the value in 3 seconds?
Oh, without question, because my eye pulls directly to that ebook is the very first thing, and then I trail it over to the right, Entrepreneur Dad Morning Routine. Absolutely.
Okay, great.
And then I follow down there, Jumpstart Today. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot I like about this page. I like the yellow button. I wonder if a fluorescent green button wouldn't also work.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. I was going to mention that I would tone down the actual ebook itself, the actual of it, and put more focus on the actual button itself.
Okay, that's great. That's a great point.
Pops out a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's the like where I was going with make the button green was more like give the button more power. And what you're doing is you're saying give the ebook less power over this. That's a great point, Klaus. You may want to think about adding maybe toning down that green, or what you could do, Klaus, is you could add a picture of like trees and a sunset behind the green, and then tone the green down so it's like an image with a dark green overlay on it, right? And that will sort of mute some of those imagery. So if you put like an image behind the green and then make the green a little bit opaque, bring that button, maybe make that button more of that bright green and really slam it. The headline, ebook, Entrepreneur Dad Morning Routine. My concern with the headline is I'm not exactly sure what that means. Klaus, do you think your audience will know what that means?
That's a great question. One thing, and I heard Nick say it earlier, is just you go out there and you just try it. So I still have to make a split test on this page. So hopefully you come up with a great suggestion and I can split test.
Before you even split test it, I would suggest that you change the headline now, right, to something like discover the perfect morning routine for your entrepreneurial lifestyle. Or instead of saying ebook, put dads discover the perfect morning routine to become a superhero entrepreneur, right? Maybe more of that value in there. Did I lose audio? You guys?
No, I can hear you. You're good.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm wondering about your headline and just kind of dialing in that value a little bit more. Your call to action is good. See, now here's the thing. You got to remember this. At the top, you say ebook, but at the bottom, you say send me this free guide. I know it sounds piddly, but people will be like, well, what is it? Yeah, people are going to be like, what is this? Is it a guide or is it an ebook? And I would say this, like the term ebook is not even something that I would lead with, right? Like an ebook is like an internal conversation, right, between marketers. It's like, oh, it's an ebook, and we all know what that means. But the customers doesn't know what that means. You could call this free chapter, right? You call it a free chapter, right? To, and just leave it at that, right? Of a book you're going to write someday. You know what I mean? And again, it just has more value because everyone knows what a chapter is, right? So think about that. But otherwise, I really do like it. The image, I think, on the ebook, I would say this: make the ebook bigger, right? Okay. Tone it down, make it a little bit bigger so that we can see just that's the big thing. That's the big thing on the page. Nick might disagree with me there. He might say keep it the same size and blow the button. What do you think, Nick?
Another thought also is how he has the become a fearless father at the very top. Like that by itself might be the actual tagline, and then that would kind of declutter what's happening up there at the very top as well, like the morning routines that will make you a fearless father or something along those lines.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, you're not. It would definitely need fine tuning because you're not identifying the entrepreneur side of that, but I think that having that up there does kind of take away from the headline itself. So I would remove that and make that part of your headline, or just take that out completely and focus in on that.
I agree with Nick. Nobody knows the brand yet. Like, we all talk about branding, but your brand doesn't matter until you're building a company, right? Like, until you've got a tribe and you're not there yet. So I would do something like become a fearless father on one line, semicolon. Become a fearless father, semicolon. Now, I want to give a big shout out right now to Simple Lee Beth, who's watching on YouTube, and she said, make the book title the headline. Go back to the thing. Go back to the image. I think the perfect headline for this page is become a fearless father, semicolon, 7 steps to start your day with energy, brain power, and productivity. That's your headline. I say take it off the book cover, put it as the headline, and then change the jumpstart your day with my 7 steps. I'd change that right to like enter your name and email now to start your path to the perfect, the superhero dad you want to be, or something like that. You know, great stuff there. Great suggestion, Simple Lee Beth. And here's what it also does, Klaus. When you take that title off of the ebook, it allows the ebook cover to be used as an ad. Right now, that ebook cover would not get approved as an ad because there's way too much text on it. Right? So you think about those things like as you're developing, is can I boost this? Am I in compliance? And all these different kind of things. Okay, we're running out of time, so let's look at the second page, the Tripwire page right now. So they log into this page, they come to the Tripwire page, they watch this video, and the video says, how long is this video?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Let's watch
I think. Oh, not even a minute.
Hey, what's going on, fellow entrepreneur dad? I just wanted to personally welcome you into our community of Become a Fearless Father. Now don't worry, the awesome material is on its way and will be in your inbox shortly. However, I wanted to share with you that over time I've learned that there are entrepreneurs out there that want to make massive progression now. And if that's you, then I highly recommend you jumping on a call with me for about 50 minutes, during which we will determine what the best next steps are for you to make that happen. If this is you, then make sure that you press the button, book the call with me, put the call in your calendar, come on the call with me with high energy, pen and paper, and we will make this happen. Looking forward to meeting you then, and for now, take care. Bye-bye.
Really good stuff, Nick. Your thoughts on the video?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Me personally, again, because I'm like a production junkie. So you know, there's some things that I would definitely tighten up in terms of the production itself, and just the flow of the language as it's coming out, or the flow of the speech as it's coming out. But besides that, I think the actual information itself is okay. The one thing that I would take out though is the part again about the becoming an entrepreneur or becoming a fearless, the actual branding stuff, unless he makes that part of the actual landing page itself. If he makes it part of the landing page itself, transferring it through is fine. But if he doesn't have that as like a focal thing on the landing page, then I would take that out of that part as well.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I get what you're saying. And you know what? I did the same thing in the very beginning, Klaus. In the very beginning, I was like, I'm not even going to say my name. It's just going to be all problem solution, all problem solution. You know, what I did at those times, I was actually wearing bright orange sunglasses. So if you look at my old logo, that's how people knew me. It was not so much the name, but the sunglasses. So here's the big thing I would say about this video. You have got to say, give them a reason why you're upselling them, right? Like, hey, thanks for downloading my 7-step guide. I recognize that you're the type of dad that wants to increase the effectiveness in your life. And I've found that many of my ebook readers want to meet with me to carve out a customized morning routine developed specifically for your needs. Now, in my ebook, you'll get 7 overview tips. But if you want to learn what's going to work best for you and your schedule, what if you're a night owl? What if you're a single dad? What if you have a weird morning schedule? I want to help you work around your objections professionally so that you can have a powerful morning. And I'm going to do it all for free for the first 10 people. So I may want to add some urgency in there too, right? Like I'm going to do a free call for the first 5 people that fill this out, right? Now, if you got 5 in a month, would this not change your life?
It definitely would.
Okay, so I know a lot of people say, well, what if I get 7? Like, don't worry about that. Let's get 5. Let's get 5, and then we'll talk about the 6th person when that happens, right? Let's just get the 5. Last couple words, because we got to jet. We're on a hard stop today. Let's take a look at the page one more time. So big advice on the video here, Klaus, is like, tell them why you're upgrading them. Because many of the entrepreneur dads I know want a customized morning routine. I would make the text bigger. Do you want to speak with a morning routine expert for free? Again, clarify that. Do you want to, the value is not speaking with you. The value is in getting a customized morning routine. Wait, do you want a customized morning routine tailored for your needs? And then stop the guesswork and talk with it. Make all that smaller underneath the button. Underneath the button. Right? And that way on mobile, what they'll see is headline, video, button, and then explaining text. And then once again, get the logo out of the way. It's just an extra line on the page that we don't need to see. Otherwise, I love the page. I get it. I dig it. I think you're going to do really well. I would say this last note, and then we got to go on these bullet points. Dig into them a little bit deeper, because remember, you have to make up in data what you lack in fame, right? Make up in data what you lack in fame. So people don't know you. So it's like, book the call. Hey, the first step in setting a morning routine is taking action on this. As soon as you click on the button, you'll be led to my calendar, which will give you an options of dates. Pick the best, couple sentences that tell me what it's about. Step 2, set up the date and time in your calendar. Simplify that. Step 2, think about your absolute biggest goal as a dad for 2019. What do you want to accomplish, and bring that to the call. Step 3, show up on time with pen and paper. And here's why, because I love you. Don't leave, Melissa. So those are some things that I think you should work on, Klaus. It's fantastic. You're off to a great start. Make those changes, and I think you're going to do very, very well. Thanks for coming on the show today, my friend.
Thanks, Klaus.
Thanks.
And thanks for coming on, Nick. Thanks, guys, for putting up. We have a hard stop today. Hey,
have a happy holiday. Everybody have a happy holiday.
Happy holidays.
You have a happy holiday as well. Merry Christmas to you.
I love you, Nick. I love you, Nick. Have a great holiday, guys. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Go over to the TubeBuddy channel for more. I'm going to go stream on TubeBuddy right now. We're going to be talking about 5 ways to get sponsors. I rock at this. I get sponsors all the time. I have more sponsors in my inbox than I even know what to do with. I got to go. Melissa's pissed. Guys, thanks for watching Business of Video Podcast. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Business of Video Podcast. If you like the show, give us a review on iTunes or share this episode on social media now. Join us next time on Facebook Live. Just visit businessofvideopodcast.com and subscribe to the newsletter updates. This podcast is brought to you by Tuber Tools and BizTubeAcademy.com.